find viewers in my YouTube niche. I know the kinds of videos I want to make, like book reviews, and my goal being to focus on smaller and indie authors, but I really don't know what I should try in order to get viewers at the start. Well, that YouTube niche is not a big one, so you're not going to get a lot of people just looking for what you're doing. That's not a niche that's popping off. That's number one, which means you have to get people in who are not looking for that, which means your titles and thumbnails have to do something that makes people who are not looking for that want to click, which means you should bait them into something. But I would say not fully baiting, but like, what's a good example? Okay, there's that guy, is his name Anything Austin, where he just asks a question and then does an analysis video. His content is he does analysis videos on games, on really mundane shit. Like he'll do a video all about where does the water come from in this one game. He just did a video the other day of like, in Wind Waker, where does the fresh water come from? And he did an analysis of that, right? Now, the video is him sitting there just going, well, I checked this island and then there was a lot. I checked this island and there wasn't, blah, blah, blah. And it's arguably quote unquote boring. It's still interesting content though. It's just nothing like super dramatic or, you know, whatever. But he just does the title and thumbnail very simply. Where is the fresh water in Wind Waker? Instead of being like, I analyzed the entire map of Wind Waker looking for fresh water, right? He just poses it as a question, and that's why it works. Because it's not about what type of content it is. It's about the title and thumbnail. You look at it and you go, I want to know the answer to that question. Did you ever care about that before? Probably not. But if you like gaming in general, and then you see a question relating to gaming, Algo sends it to you because it's gaming, and you're like, oh yeah, I wonder. That's enough. So if your thing is book reviews, take a book, analyze something or review it, whatever, come up with the script for the video, and then as you're coming up with that, you try to come up with a question that you want, that you'll answer in the video naturally as a hook. Let's say there's a book that is reminiscent of another series. Let's say it's like the story of Twilight, but better, right? Let's say you're reading a book and it reminds you of that. Then you should make a question, be like, is this indie book better than Twilight? Does this do it better than blank? Or something like that. And then you title and thumbnail it with that question, and then a thumbnail that kind of like entices that question even more, right? So that gets the person going, you know, I do want to do that. And then you kind of use tags and things in the description that would be similar to other channels that talk about books in general. So people who like books in general might look at that, right? So it's not really like you're baiting them into something that they're not getting out of it. It's just that you make them want to watch the whole video because they're curious about that question, rather than just going, I would really like to watch a review of an indie book. Does that make sense? And that's how you get people into watching it. And then usually, like, if the video is good, they'll watch the whole thing because they're probably there because they like books, which is why they clicked on the book question video, you know? So you bait them in a little bit, but not like full clickbait where you're tricking them and they're not getting what they wanted, right? Because you have to make sure you do actually answer the question in the video. That's how I would do that. It's really hard in a small niche to grow like that though, and I would do things out of a small niche. I would do really generic videos, slightly niche-y, kind of in the book sphere, let's say, and then, you know, build off of that. But that's assuming you're trying to become like a big channel with it. If you don't care, you just want to make videos, then who cares?